Going on, Jerome's? All decked out in white again, thanks to our friends at Unreal Co. I feel like I'm in a Boys to Men Christmas video. So this is Christmas. Anyways, so this is the most wonderful time of the year, a.k.a. mock draft simulators are up and running and good to go, and college football season, aside from the bowls, is in the books, and now I understand. Vikings are fighting for the playoff lives. Why worry about the draft? Because I do what I want. So we're going to fire up a 2-rounder just for schnitz and giggles. Go. And no trades. Start. Go. Vroom. All right, so currently they have the Vikings at 22. So in the draft, Caleb Williams goes to the Bears at 1 via the Panthers. Makes sense. They'll probably trade Justin Fields. Again, I can't get out of my mind Justin Fields to the Falcons. Yes, because he initially was at Georgia, and yes, because he's a local kid. But I think with those weapons, as long as Arthur Smith is fired, I think that they would have a shot. Drake May to the Patriots. I think there's a good chance that Drake May ends up being 1, but it's a long ways till April. Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. I love it. Brock Bowers. So they're going to stick with Sam Howell. Respect. And adding Bowers to Scary Terry and Jahan Dotson, I mean, that's pretty damn good. Curtis Samuel, too. Let's go. Malik Neighbors. So the Chargers are just going to try again. Now, I understand this one where, obviously you got your quarterback in Herbert, and Keenan Allen is aging out. Mike Williams can never stay healthy. I do like Josh Palmer. Caleb Evans does not like Josh Palmer. And also Quentin Johnson looks like another first-round Bucks. But Neighbors, I think as much hype as Harrison Jr. gets, rightfully so. I mean, Malik Neighbors, different type of receiver, but I mean, he's still really damn good too. Jerzon Newton. So I hate this. I hate this because I either want Newton or I want Tavondre Sweat. Again, two completely different types of defensive tackles, but I mean, this is a great pick for Chicago. I mean, you get your quarterback. Personally, so if they keep the IKEA toy Eberflus, I know that he'll want some toys on defense. But if you take Caleb Williams and you're in this spot and Fashanu and Joe Alt are both on the board, you got to get your tackle. Pair him with Wright, and you got your bookends for years. Now, I feel like they're just taking Newton. Hell, you just took day two defensive tackles. In retrospect, I don't like this pick at all, specifically for what the Bears want to do. But Newton, I think Newton could be a top 10 talent, maybe. Alt and Fashanu going to the New Jersey markets respectively. Makes sense. All right, so you got Andrew Thomas with the Giants, and you're just going to have Fashanu play right tackle. You're just giving up on Evan Neal, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but Alt going to the Jets, yes. Wiggins, first corner off the board, going to Tennessee. They're just trying to get it right. They seemingly can't get it right. Duze going to the Raiders, which is fantastic. Chop Robinson, another edge rusher coming into the Falcons. McKinstry. All right, so Kool-Aid is cornerback 2 off the board. Yes. Verse going to the Seahawks. It seems like the Seahawks are just trying to get like 17 billion draft picks on the edge, and they're just trying to find a consistent pass rush. They haven't found it yet, but they're still working. 14, Jaden Daniels. I hate this. I mean, if Jane Daniels gets into the teens, Kwesi, go get your guy. Kwesi, make a deal with the Seahawks, make a deal with the Saints. Just do something, man. Because Jane Daniels, man, I love his game. I love his game. I think that he's going to be a very special player in this league, especially if a team will fully cater and buy into his skill set. I think he could be really special, man. Dallas Turner going to the Cardinals. So the Cardinals come away with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Dallas Turner. I kind of like it. Man. Allowed to. So, I mean, he probably could be the first edge rusher off the board if his medicals check out. But I mean, you have a guy who retired due to neck issues. Funga going to the Bengals. Vontaze Walker. Ooh. So the whole Walker saga with his eligibility at North Carolina was really up in there. But he's a weapon. He is a force. But I mean, also, I feel like the Packers have done a reverse Rodgers where they've sunk so many draft picks into receiver because they had Watson, they got Jaden Reed, they got our guy Romeo Doubs. So I don't know. Brian Thomas Jr. really sucks when you got juniors coming into the league. J.C. Latham going to the Colts, so the Vikings are on the board. So now there's a lot of ways to go. So I mean, the Vikings could always use another defensive back. Cooper DeJean is there chilling. Also, he's a great return specialist, especially when it comes to this is not a fair catch, bro. That's exactly it. Let's see. Terrion Arnold is there. Bo Nix is on the board. I really like Leonard Taylor III. In terms of defensive tackles, I mean, this isn't a deep class, but specifically for the Vikings, I kind of like. Well, all right, so where is T'Vondre Sweat? Chris Jenkins is on there. Yes. Wingo. T'Vondre Sweat, ADP 69. Nice. So third, I'm just gonna draft him in the second round because I don't care. I don't care. I love it. All right. So in this spot, I mean, I think Newman's gonna end up being a first round player. Well, first off, this list isn't accurate because, well, I guess technically Sanders hasn't. He says he's going back to Colorado, but he still has time before the deadline. Keon Coleman is an absolute stud, man. Yeah. But in this spot, do we just stick and pick and take Bo Nix? Or, what other quarterbacks do we got on the board? Because McCarthy, Penix is there. I mean, they're really down on McCarthy. I think McCarthy could go first round. Also, Ewers on here too. Nah, but he's, I believe he's headed back to Austin. Do we just take Bo Nix or Michael Penix? Why the hell not? So there's a couple things here. So there's a lot of concerns about Bo Nix's vertical passing production because of the Oregon offense. And I don't think it's a spot where it's like Hendon Hooker, where you wonder if Hooker was a product of the Tennessee Josh Heupel offense or if Bo Nix is a product of the Oregon offense. But also, I think Nix does have the arm to make all the throws. And yes, his time at Auburn was erratic. But I think that once they get him into the offseason stuff, into draft season, I think that it'll really expand his horizons. Same thing with J.J. McCarthy. And Penix, Penix is an assassin, dude. He really is. But there's a lot of concerns about those knees. So I'm just going to take Bo. Bo knows. Oh, no. I opened up the stats. Bo knows. There we go. And I don't care. I'm taking Devondre Campbell in the second round. Let's see who went. Shador, Cooper, McCarthy went to the Falcons. Lam McConkey Penix going to the Giants. Oh, he's stirring up that gravy with DeVito and Daniel Jones. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be fit. Oh, Keon Coleman going to the Ravens. Man, that's a good fit. Actually, anyone with the Ravens is always a good fit. And this, I'm just ignoring the board. I'm taking the 360-pound nose tackle because I don't care. I love it. Also, I think Sweat's going to be a high second-round pick. And they're going to crucify me for this draft because I reached for Sweat, but also I don't care. All right, so Bo Nix gave us an A. Sweat is a C+. But overall, let's see full results here. So Williams, May, Harrison, Bowers, Malik Neighbors. I think that the top 10 will be very similar. Like maybe another quarterback could rise up depending on what happens during draft season. Maybe Newton doesn't make it into the top 10. But, I mean, overall, I think it is going to be a spot, again, where are you going to see 5-6 quarterbacks in the first round or at minimum top 50 picks? I think you could because, I mean, this has a chance to be a very deep quarterback draft class, maybe one of the best in NFL history. And yeah, I know a lot of people early in the season were like, "Oh, the Vikings should take a 1-4." Not necessarily. Don't need to do that. But Williams with the Bears are going to ruin him anyway, so it's okay. And also Drake May with the Patriots. I mean, it's weird that was the Drew Bledsoe franchise since Drake May got the big time arm, big time stature, a hell of a lot more mobile than Drew Bledsoe, obviously, but it's funny, man. And Harrison Jr. Going to the desert, pairing up with Rondale Moore, Kyler Murray. Just dropping piss missiles all over the place. Let's go, man. But that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts. PFF mock draft went Bo Nix and then T'Vondre Sweat because I don't care, man. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.